They're said to be inextricably linked to their chairs, absorb the lives of citizens, and live a trail of destruction. We are not talking about strange animals from space, but about Italian politicians. Or at least, this is the idea that many Italians have of them. We talk about it on Brave Italian World, as always, after the initials. Brave Italian World. How you live defines who you are. Here we talk about experiences and society from an Italian point of view and more. Hi everyone and welcome again on Brave Italian World. Today we will talk about Italian politics. Italian politics after the Second World War is always divided into two moments, the First Republic and the Second Republic. The two moments are not characterized by a real change of democratic system. Unlike all the other European countries, in Italy the modification of the party structures take place after a great scandal. The scandal is called Clean Hands. Clean Hands, or better Mani Pulite in Italian, was an Italian worldwide judicational investigation into political corruption. This investigation was resulting in the demise of so-called First Republic and the disappearance of many political parties, such as Italian Communist Party and Christian Democratic Party. Some politicians and insurgency leaders committed suicide after their crimes were exposed. At one point, more than half of the members of Italian parliament were under indictment. More than 400 cities and towns councils were dissolved because of corruption charges. The estimated value of bribes paid annually by Italian and foreign companies bidding for large government contracts reached $4 billion. The corruption system under the investigation was referred to as tangentopoli. These terms derive from Italian tangente, which means kickback, and in this context, kickbacks refers to something that is given for political public works contract. And here the Greek polis means city. Sometimes we can translate it like kickback city in English. Someone may argue that politics has changed and that there are no more striking facts. According to some point of view, this could be true. However, scandals still exist, even with less impacts on the media. Over the years, public has been in some ways anesthetized by the continuous problem it saw in the political class. To think that most Italian politicians act merely from their personal gain, and this is a common thought. We can say that today the attention that it's paid to every scandal it's really low. The behavior of politicians involved in scandal it's for most of the part different from what you might imagine and what you might see in the other countries. In a lot of countries, the politician who is being investigated revises his own dimension without waiting for the trial. However, this does not happen in Italy, and most voters do not even notice the behavior. But if we want to be true, an investigation against a political subject, it's not always justified. In some cases, unfortunately, the judiciary power is used in a political way. Sometimes in Italy, really clashes between the judiciary and political power arise. A really recent news of these days is that the former Prime Minister Matteo Renzi has been accused of having founded a foundation to finance his public and political ends. Renzi responded by saying that the judiciary cannot decide what is a party or what is not. We don't want to talk about Renzi, but this is an example of one of the many clashes that take place. In this way, the public opinion loses trust both in political and judiciary power. Supporters of certain politicians believe that the investigation against their leader are false, and then decided voters that are the biggest part in Italy gradually move away from politics or on new parties. With this social system, the new parties move very easily. Every new politician who accuses all the others of being incorrect and corrupt immediately receives consent. But let me tell you a secret, this consensus is lost in a short time, leaving most voters really disappointed. An example of this situation are Silvio Berlusconi, Mario Monti, Matteo Renzi, the parliamentary party, the Movimento 5 Stelle, and Matteo Salvini. Silvio Berlusconi was a successful entrepreneur. I hope that I have pronounced it correctly. Berlusconi appeared in Italian politics after the Mani Pulite scandal. Mario Monti was a university professor of economics. Monti began his political activity after the economic crisis of 2008. Matteo Renzi was an Italian politician, mayor of Florence. The figure of Renzi has been proposed as that of a new subject of the leftist party, the Democratic Party. During this maximum popularity, he managed to reach the 40% of voters. Currently, the popularity of Renzi has reached about the 5%, but could grow in the future. The Movimento 5 Stelle is a political party with various leaders, including Gianluigi Di Maio and Alessandro Di Battisti. This party was born as a political movement against all political parties and became a political party. Ironic, The popularity of this party is gradually decreasing. Now let's talk about Matteo Salvini. Matteo Salvini is the new leader of the oldest party in Italy called Lega. We can translate it like Northern League, and it was founded in 1991 to promote the autonomy of Northern Italy. Matteo Salvini has the really important ability to transform a famous party only in the north to an Italian party, to make it become a national party and to win the elections. Matteo Salvini is currently the most popular politician. He is also leader of the right-wing coalition. So, the elections are almost always won by a different political party and alternating right-wing party and left-wing party. The typical Italian voters prefers politicians who claim to be a Christian, Catholic and heterosexual. Given the alteration of political alignment, Italy can be considered a fluid country, cause there is no specific political affiliation. It continuously changes in a continual alternation from left to right, and the Italian voters can't really decide. He preferred to see the really strong guy compared to the party. They are not loyal to a party, we are not loyal to a party normally, but to a leader, someone that can tell you what you like and what you want to reach. Someone can say that we are an unstable state, that maybe in a European point of view it's true. And this is just my opinion. I think that if Italy doesn't change to see politics like something that has to give you something that you need immediately, if Italy doesn't start to think at politics like participation, Italy cannot change. But if the new generation start to think in a new way, in a more participate way, this can lead to a completely different society, a more equal and healthier. And here we are to the end of this podcast. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a comment using Brave Italian World on Twitter. See you.